What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Knock Down the House, new documentary on Netflix following four women as they try to take on career politicians. They're just regular people, four regular people trying to take on career politicians in the 2018 congressional election. One of these regular people is Alexandria Costa-Cortez, AOC. Somebody I didn't know about until, of course, all the internet clips. And I love, finally, a human being speaking about things very realistically as opposed to through the filter of bullshit known as politics. I love how she's taking on all of these fucking people, and I think she's the Speaker of the House now. Is that the thing? It's amazing. I love it. This needs to happen more. So these people, they raised money from independent donors, they didn't take any corporate money. And it follows the different ones. It follows AOC specifically as one of them, as she's taking on the Democratic governor of New York. And, every time, like, he flakes on one of the debates and then later wants to do a debate with her on national TV, but she destroys and ends up getting the big upset. Spoilers. She wins the election. I think she's the only one in the group that are participating in this documentary that was successful. But it was nice to see that people are starting to get into politics rather than just these career politicians that don't give a fuck. All they have is corporate sponsorships. They only answer to corporations, whether they're on the right or on the left. The system by which the people by which are participating in our system of government are basically owned by companies. They are the puppets of corporations. And we get to see, as a proof of concept, what happens when a real person who gives a shit about people, whether she's on the right or the left, she happens to be on the left. I happen to have the majority of my political beliefs tend to fall on the left-hand side of what things are going. But even people on the left are fucking crazy. Like, friends of mine saying things like, I don't care who gets the Democratic nomination, I'm voting for him. And it's like, yeah, first off, we're in California, and I believe California, if I'm not wrong, is a primarily blue state. I don't know when, if ever, California's ever voted for a Republican. Maybe they have back in the day, but it feels like we're a very left-leaning state, and that's how the election works. Doesn't matter. Our state's going to vote one way. It really only matters if you live in states like Iowa or Ohio. Like, there's a few Midwest states, like quote-unquote swing states, where basically the elections are decided. Like, the way we have our system set up, that's pretty much how it is. Just, it doesn't really matter. So when it doesn't really matter to say statements like, I don't care who gets nominated, I'm going to vote for him. It's like, okay, I wasn't inspired to vote for anybody in the last election. I'm not a fan of, just like people in the same family. I don't like the storyline of House of Cards becoming a reality where Miss Clinton, I don't have anything that she's she's a career politician. So I don't think she's bringing that much new to the table, but I was not inspired to vote for her. Like if Bernie Sanders got elected, that's a dude that's saying a lot of things that I can get behind. When Obama was, up for election, he was saying a lot of things that I can get behind. Whether he's a career politician or not, at least I'm inspired enough to go out to the polls and elect and vote for somebody, regardless of how influential my particular vote is. I feel like participating in those moments when I'm inspired. And I was not inspired by our last Democratic candidate, and it's scary to see the types of people who've become inspired by our current president. He's definitely opened the gates and made people feel very comfortable being assholes, being openly hateful, despite his inability to run a successful business, despite his ability to host a successful TV show, despite his ability to hide his racism or his inability to hide his racism. He is the worst type of person that some people thought would be fun to see in office. Oh, he's a businessman. He knows what he's doing. And then, whatever. He's a horrible human. He's a horrible human, a horrible role model. Not that a president should necessarily be a role model, but when you have somebody like that who's being covered like he is, it's a bad influence. It's a bad influence on a lot of people, especially people that just want to be angry. The trolls in the world that, they're like, fuck science. I know what's better. Like, fuck. It's just like, okay. Anyway, so this documentary I enjoyed very much. It gives me hope. It gives me hope that maybe, especially with the millennials getting older and the younger generation knowing how to utilize the internet, knowing how to utilize all of the tools available. Although now with deep fakes, with the fucking AI voice shit, like elections are going to be insane. Like both sides can, like 100% in reality, create videos and voice gotcha moments. They could just create them out of false. If you want your opponent to say the most hateful shit, like get the Donald Trump version of AI speak where it just sounds like Donald Trump, and then you can make them say anything. But then there's going to be the conspiracy theorists. It's like there's no even playing field. There's no way we can get on the same page anymore. We're going to be split so much more with all the things that are going to be happening in the next election, all the fake shit that's going to be coming out. It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. But at least this documentary has like a glimpse of hope. It's not just like a complete downer. It's like okay, this can happen. There's a proof of concept, and not only is a proof of concept, but we're seeing how it's just a breath of fresh air to see AOC, all these clips taking people to task, and I hope that sparks a trend in people wanting to get involved, regular people wanting to get involved, and just kind of bringing things back to helping the people and not corporations would be amazing. So go watch Knock Down the House on Netflix. It's an amazing documentary. Netflix always puts out quality docs, and this one's no different. So go do that. New episodes of this show come out daily. Subscribe on IGTV and everywhere else podcasts are found. Binge the full week in advance over at patreon.com/inspireddisorder. Inspireddisorder.com for all of my original artwork. Go buy some paintings now at Ray Taylor for me on all social media. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!